أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ووصينا الإنسان بوالديه إحسانا حملته أمه كرها ووضعته كرها وحمله وفصاله 30 شهرا حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة قال رب أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. أولئك الذين نتقبل عنهم أحسن ما عملوا ونتجاوز عن سيئاتهم في أصحاب الجنة وعد الصدق الذي كانوا يوعدون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, we thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala once again, the owner of everyone and everything, for making this meeting a reality. We especially appreciate him for making us Muslims and human. We appreciate Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for making it easy for us to follow the paths that will help us to remain as Muslims and human. I am referring to the path of knowledge. Al-Imam Abdul Rahman Al-Sa'di, may Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala have mercy upon him, mentioned in his book Al-Riyad Al-Nadira. He said that لولا العلم لكان الناس كالبهائم. He said, were it not for knowledge, people would be like beasts fi dhulumatil jahala, in the darkness of ignorance. If not for knowledge, would have been behaving like animals, would have been swimming in the ocean of absolute and complete darkness. He said, وَلَوْلَا الْعِلْمُ لَمَا عُرِفَتِ الْمَقَاصِدُ وَالْوَسَائِلُ. Were it not for knowledge, he said, proofs. He said, goals and means wouldn't have been known. We wouldn't have known the goals behind our creation. We would have also known the means to attain the goals behind our creation, if not for knowledge. Al-Imam al-Sa'di said, وَلَوْلَا الْعِلْمُ مَا عُرِفَتِ الْبَرَاهِينُ عَلَى الْمَطَالِبِ كُلِّهَا وَالدَّلَائِلِ. He said, were it not for knowledge, proofs and evidences wouldn't have been known. If not for knowledge, we will not know the proof for marriage. We will not know the evidence for marriage. We will not know the proof for salat. We will not know the evidence for salat. We will not know the proof for fasting. We will not know the evidence for fasting, if not for knowledge. He said, Al-ilmu huwa an-nuru fi dhulumat. Knowledge is the light in darknesses. Wa huwa ad-dalilu fi al-matahati wash-shubuhat. Knowledge is the guide in ambiguities. If you are in a state of ambiguity, it is knowledge that will guide you. He said, وَهُوَ الْمُمَيِّزُ بَيْنَ الْحَقَائِقِ. Knowledge is the one that differentiates between the realities. وَهُوَ الْهَادِي لِأَكْمَلِ الطَّرَائِقِ. Knowledge is the one that guides to the perfect path. So we thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. We appreciate Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for making it easy for us to follow the path of knowledge. And we beseech Him to make us firm upon this particular path. We also appreciate Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for legislating marriage. Wallahi, respected ones, if not for marriage, we will not have any dignity, any identity, any honor, any respect, because we will just be living like animals. A child can sleep with his mother. A brother can sleep with his what? His sister. A brother can get married to his sister. A son can get married to the mother. A daughter can get married to the father. If not for the fact that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has legislated marriage. So it's worth appreciating Allah that He has legislated marriage. Marriage actually helps us to gain identity. You can know through marriage that this person is the son of so and so. This person is from so and so family. But if there is no marriage, if it is zina, how will you identify the father of your child? A child will not be able to identify his father. He will not have identity. So we thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala for legislating marriage. And we pray that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala make us from among those who will actually participate in marriage and in accordance to the prescription of His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Respected ones, in this section we shall be discussing polygyny. In this section we are going to be discussing on what? Polygyny. What to know before and after. Under this topic, we shall be discussing the following. What is polygyny? What is the rule of polygyny? What is the wisdom behind polygyny? What are the conditions of polygyny? What is against a man in polygyny? What is for a man in polygyny? What is against a woman in polygyny? What is for a woman in polygyny? And then we will give general advice. But before we look into these items, what is the reason behind having this section? Why did we organize this particular lecture? Why are we discussing about this particular topic? There are three major reasons. that led me to have this particular section with us. The first reason is the fact that some men who dive into polygyny do not have the knowledge of Sharia injunctions regarding polygyny. I've spoken with many men who are into polygyny, but wallahi tallahi billahi alladhi la ilaha illa huwa, if we are in an Islamic state, they will be lashed because they entered into something that they don't have knowledge of. And it is not proper in Islam that you engage in anything except you have knowledge about that thing. And Imam al-Akhdari said, وَلَا يَفْعَلُ فِعْلًا حَتَّى يَعْلَمَ حُكْمَ اللَّهِ فِيهِ. A mature and sane person should not engage in anything unless and until he knows the rules and regulations of Allah Ta'ala regarding that thing. Because there are many men who are into polygyny today. From my interactions, they don't have any knowledge regarding polygyny. This is part of the reasons why I deemed it fit to have this section with us. The second reason is the fact that some women, both the one at home and the one coming, do not understand the Sharialistic perspective of polygyny. As such, they see polygyny as a war zone. Anybody that is going to engage in polygyny to prepare for battle. Well, these are women actually, many women whom I've actually interacted with. The ones at home, they are preparing for the ones that are coming. The ones that are coming are also preparing for the ones they are going to meet. You know, at the end there will not be a problem. Do we understand the concept? So this is part of the reasons why I said no, there must be a section on this particular topic. The third reason is how some men oppress and act unjustly to the wife at home in the name of Ameria is coming. Wallahi tallah. I have actually experienced many men oppressing, dealing unjustly with the wife at home because they are bringing what? Ameria. I, the wife at home, you bringing Ameria, you are offending her. And somebody that you offend, how do you treat that person? You pamper that person. I hope you are getting it. But some men do not understand this maslaha, this Sharialistic maslaha. You see these three reasons, they are the major reasons why we established this particular work, why we are having this section. Another reason is the fact that both the men and the women who are into polygyny do not know their rights. I hope you are getting the concept. And that's what is part of what is causing problem. Some women embrace rights that is not their own. If you are in my house today, you must not enter the room of another wife. I hope you are getting the concept. If you travel with this wife, you must travel with me. If you go to visit this wife's family, you must visit my family. If you stay with this wife 10 o'clock before you sleep, you must also stay with me 10 o'clock before we sleep. Some women don't understand this. They think that this is part of their rights. I hope you are getting it. Some men too, they don't know their own rights in polygyny. You see a man who is into polygyny can spend 5 days in this wife's house, in this wife's room, and he spends 2 days in the other wife's room. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. You see a man who is into polygyny. It's living in 2-bedroom flats. He will bring the 2 wives to come and live with him in that 2-bedroom flat. This one does not understand the reality about what? Polygyny. Jama'ah, we get in the concept. So these are actually things that I looked into and I said no. If I refuse to talk about this particular topic, there will be a problem. Because the family is the first block of the society. If the family is contaminated, the society will be contaminated. That's what Dr. Abdulaziz Badawi, who just died of recent, said. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy upon him. In his book, what do you call it? Fiqh Sunnah. Al-Wajib fi Fiqh Sunnah wal Kitab al-Azim. He said that إِنَّ الْأُسْرَةَ هِيَ اللَّبْنَةُ الْأُولَى فِي الْمُجْتَمَعِ. The family is the first step to make what? A society. إِذَا صَلُحَ الْمُجْتَمَعُ كُلُّ. If the family is intact, sound, the entire society will be sound and intact. But إِذَا فَسَدَ الْمُجْتَمَعُ كُلُّ. If the society, if the family is contaminated, the family is corrupt, the entire society will be contaminated. Actually, part of nurturing the society is to nurture the family. Respected ones, going back to the listed item, what is polygyny? We have been hearing the word polygyny. Polygyny in Islam is a marriage system that involves more than one but not beyond 4 wives. Are we getting the concept? Polygyny in Islam is a marriage system that involves more than one but not above what? 4 legal wives. I want us to underline that word. 4 legal what? Wives. So if you have a wife at home whom you legally married and one girlfriend that gives birth for you, that you are not into polygyny. I hope you are getting the concept. What that girlfriend that gave birth is a zina girlfriend. The one at home that you legally married is what they call what? Your wife. Do we understand? Somebody will say, Mala, what do you mean by legally married? What do you mean by legally married? I hope you are getting the concept. Your wife is that lady that you marry legally. What is legal marriage? The scholar said legal marriage is that marriage that entails some conditions. What are these conditions? Number 1, the presence of the guardian of the wife, of the lady. Number 2, the presence of the representative of the groom. Number 3, take and I have accepted by the guidance of the lady and the representative of the groom. Do we understand? Number 4, witnesses. This is what they call what? Marriage in Islam. So there is no marriage if there is no I have given you and I have taken. Do we understand the concept? There is no marriage if there is no what? I have given you from the guardian of the girl and I have taken from either the groom or the representative of who? Of the groom. Are we getting the concept? And there must also be witnesses. I hope you understand. But if you go to meet a lady's family and the father said, I have accepted you. Are we getting it? That lady is not your wife already. You have to understand this. The father must say, this is my daughter. This is my daughter, I have given her to you in marriage. Or he will use the language that is common in that particular society. Are we getting the concept? Today, if you go to meet a parent, a father that I want to marry your daughter, and he said, I have given you my daughter, does it mean that you are already married to that daughter? No, today, according to our custom, does it mean that you are married to that daughter? According to our custom, no, wallah. La wallah. La wallah. You are not married to that daughter. But there are some people with this ideology that once we go to the parent and the parent accepted us, khalas, she has become my wife. It's a lie. I hope you are getting it. A brother came to me from one of the states. One of my teachers instructed me to accompany the brother to the house of the lady the brother wants to marry. This lady stays in Felele. So I understood where the brother came from. I said, my brother, as we are going there now, what we are going to do is not married though. It's what they call introduction. He said, Mala, that's your own understanding. Because Allah said, فَانْكِحُوهُنَّ بِإِذْنِ أَهْلِهِنَّ. He said, Malam, that's your own understanding. I said, Khalas, no problem. When we got there, we met the father and the mother. We spoke with them. We greeted. Why are you here? This, my brother saw your daughter and he wants to marry her. The father made some inquiries, after which he said, oh, no problem. I hope you are getting it. So I want to establish to the brother that that girl is not your wife. And I told the father that, Sami, Allah reward you abundantly. Can we now go home with our wife? I hope you are getting the concept. I said, sir, can we now go home with our wife? You know what the man said? He said, which village are you from? At the end, I have to change it to joke. I just want the brother to know that in marriage, what we follow is not expression, it's intention. The scholar said, Al-Ibratu fil uqud bil maqasid. Al-Ibratu fil uqud bil mada? Bil maqasid. La bil ma'ani, la bil alfaz wal mabani. العبرة في العقول بالمعاني والمقاصد لا بالألفاظ والمباني. In contract, which marriage is part of contract, what we look at is intention, not the expression. So by the time the father said, I've given you, we need to inquire, do you mean that you have given me as my wife so that husband and wife things can take place between me and him, me and her? If he says yes, Khalas, she has become your wife. But if he says no, what I mean by I've given you, go and call your parents so that we'll have discussion with them. What I mean by I've given you is that go and prepare for introduction. I hope you are getting it. And by default, this is what is known in our world, in our society. Are we getting the concept? So, marriage, polygyny is a marriage system that involves what? More than one, but not above what? 4 legal wives. Are we getting the concept? So Jama, if we have understood this, what is the rule of polygyny in Islam? What is the ruling of polygyny in Islam? The scholars are divided into 6 regarding the ruling of polygyny. I hope you are getting it. The scholars are divided into how many? Into 6 regarding the rulings of what? Polygyny. Some of the scholars said polygyny is haram. I hope you are getting the concept. They say it's what? It's haram in Islam. Whether it's 2 wives that you want to marry, they say it's haram. Some of the scholars said polygyny is haram, but under necessity, it can be what? It can be halal. I hope you are getting it. The first view says haram, kata kata. No necessity that will make you to marry more than 1 wife. The second view says it is haram, but under necessity. If the wife is what? He is sick. The wife cannot what? Give birth. They say, so these are part of the necessities that should make you to marry. Do you understand? The third view says no, polygyny is completely halal. Well, you can marry any number of wives that you want to marry. That's the third view. If it is 100 that you want to marry, khalas, labas. Any number? Yes, any number. That's the third view. If it is 100 wives that you want to marry, labas, no problem. Are we getting it? The fourth view said no, polygyny is halal, but you cannot exceed 18 wives. You cannot exceed how many? 18 wives. Jama, are we getting the concept? The fifth view say yes, so polygyny is halal, but you cannot exceed 9 wives. Are we getting it? And the sixth view said that polygyny is halal, but you cannot exceed 4 wives. And all of them, look at their evidence. وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تُقْسِطُوا فِي الْيَتَامَى فَانكِحُوا مَا طَابَ لَكُمْ مَثْنَى وَثُلَاثَ وَرُبَاعَ. Allah then said what? فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا Allah said what? فَوَاحِدًا. I hope you are getting it. This is the first verse. Then the second verse, وَلَنْ تَسْتَطِيعُوا أَنْ تَعْدِلُوا بَيْنَ مَاذَا النِّسَاءِ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتُمْ. You see these two verses in Surah An-Nisa. These are the two verses that the scholars discuss extensively, to the extent that they became divided into how many? Into 6. I hope you are getting it. And this is what some women actually understood. They said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said what? وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا فَوَاحِدًا. If you fear that you cannot be just, marry what? One. And Allah then told us that وَلَنْ تَسْتَطِيعُوا أَنْ تَعْدِلُوا بَيْنَ النِّسَاءِ وَلَوْ حَرَصْتُمْ. No matter how you try, you cannot be just among your wives. I hope you are getting it. So they said, Allah said, no matter how you try, you cannot be just. And Allah said, you should not exceed one. If you know that if you are afraid of justice, they say you should not marry more than one. Jama'ah, we getting the concept. But the scholar said, the justice in the first verse is different from the justice in the second verse. Are we getting it? The justice that Allah said, وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا, if you are afraid that you will not be just for one either marrying one, is different from the justice that Allah said you can never be able to do, no matter how you try. Are we getting the concept? So, if you check the tafsir of Imam Al-Qurtubi, the tafsir of Ibn Jarir Al-Tabari, the tafsir of Imam Al-Shawkani, the tafsir of Al-Imam, tafsir Al-Qasim, Mahasin Al-Ta'wid of Jalaluddin, if you check Ad-Durr Al-Mansur, all of these are books of tafsir. Do we understand? The scholar said, they narrated from Abdullah ibn Abbas, they narrated from Talha, they narrated from Al-Hasan, and other great scholars of tafsir, that the justice that Allah said, if you fear in the first verse, if you fear that you will not be just, you should marry one wife, is the justice regarding what? Feeding. Justice regarding what? Shelter. Justice regarding what? Clothing. I hope you are getting it. The justice that Allah said you can never, no matter how you try, you can never actually meet up with it, is the justice of love and copulation. I hope you are getting the concept. Is the justice of what? Love and what? Copulation. It's not possible. You definitely love one more than the other. But Allah Ta'ala said, don't do it in a way that you abandon the other one as if she's not a married woman. But Allah will not hold you for that. The number you copulate with this wife may be different from the number you copulate with the other wife. Allah will not hold you responsible for that. I hope you are getting it. Because it depends on how they repair their body. So this ayah is not telling us, I'm sorry, there are some things that are abnormal, that to you they are abnormal, but we don't have option, we have to say it. I hope you are getting the concept. May Allah continue to guide us. Jama'ah, are we getting the message? So the ulama said that the qawlul rajih, the superior opinion, is that polygyny is what? Halal. But don't exceed how many? 4. I hope you are getting it. After this, the scholars used to discuss among themselves. Between polygyny and one wife, which one is better? It's a matter of discussion among the scholars. Between polygyny and one wife, which one is better? Well, the scholars used to discuss this mas'ala. Some scholars said, no, it's one wife that is better. I hope you are getting it. Why some scholars said, no, it is polygyny that is better, because the one whom Allah said we should emulate practice what? Polygyny. Who is that one that practice polygyny? The Prophet ﷺ. Abdullah ibn Abbas said, he said when he was advising his students, Sa'id ibn Jubayr, after the time he met Sa'id ibn Jubayr, he was not married. So he was asking him that, yeah, Sa'id, are you married? He said, no, I'm not married. He said, تزوج فإن خير هذه الأمة أكثرها النساء. The best of this ummah, he has the what? The highest number of wives. Who is the best of this ummah? So the Prophet practiced what? Polygyny. And even when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us about marriage, he said, Masna, wa mada, wa thulatha. He does what? So the best is that what? Is polygyny. If the conditions are what? are fulfilled. Are we getting the concept? Are we getting the concept, respected Ummah? So if we have understood this, respected ones, what is the wisdom behind polygyny? What is the wisdom behind polygyny? Do you understand? As I'm mentioning this wisdom, I want us as men to be taking cognizance of them. It should be that you want to go and marry second wife and third wife because of a particular reason. Not because, Mr. Danjuma, where we graduate together, don't marry second wife, and I see there. No, that should not be your reason. Be looking at this wisdom I'm mentioning. There should be part of your reasons that you are taking what? Second wife. The first reason, the first wisdom behind polygyny is to benefit women. La ilaha illallah. I know our mothers will say, which benefit they get? Wallahi, there are benefits. The first wisdom behind polygyny is to do what? Is to benefit you. Jama, do you understand? A woman may fall sick, that the husband may not be able to do what? May not be able to copulate with her. If there is no polygyny, what will happen? You will not divorce her and marry another what? How will he endure? When Allah has given him the ability, the capability. If there is no polygyny, the husband will just divorce the wife and marry another one. But because of polygyny, he can keep that wife and still marry another one, another woman. Jama, we getting the concept? One of the benefits of polygyny to who? To woman. Another benefit is that if a man divorces his wife, either one or two, and he did not reconcile with her until after the iddah finish, you can still marry that woman because the divorce is not up to how many. So if after the iddah finish, the man marry another wife, I beg, if there is no polygyny, will he be able to bring that his first wife back? If there is no polygyny, will he be able to bring you back? And now look at the love. Allah has put the love in your heart. Allah has put your own love in his heart too. You live a life of what? Of regret. Are we together? Another benefit of polygyny to a woman is your children. You may die before your children. I hope you are getting the concept. Who will take care of your children? And Imam Abdul Rahman As-Sa'di alayhi rahmatullah, his mother died before he became matured. I think when he was within 7, you know who took care of him until he became matured? His stepmother. It's what? You can see that it's beneficial to who? Polygyny is also beneficial to who? To women. The second, it is because of this benefit that the Sharia legislated it. So don't look at it that it's only beneficial to the men alone. It's doing the men good, it's not doing women good. It's also doing you good. Because it helps you to retain your what? Your marriage too. Another wisdom is to benefit the men. But before we go to that of the men, Allah may try you with a husband that is very strong. I hope you are getting it. A very strong husband, so that anytime he's at home, you don't inside trouble. You know there are some men like that. Wallahi ta'ala, I know of a man that the first wife begged him to marry second wife. He married second wife again. The second wife begged him to marry third wife. He's not taking any benefit. Wallahi, that is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him. So Jama, if you marry that kind of wife, that kind of husband, and there's no polygyny, how far? Wallahi ta'ala, you become old before your time. Come on, You know there are some men also that are how do I say? They like behaving like a chief. If it's at home, you don't have trouble. I beg, give me that top tea. I beg, carry my laptop for me. I beg, help me polish this my shoe. I beg, help me do this, help me do that. I beg, if there is no polygyny, when will you have time for yourself? You know, if it's with the second wife, you have that time to do karatu. You have that time to revise. You have that time to take care of yourself. You have that time to think. You have that time to go to school. But if it's at home, you are at home, you will suffer. Apart from the fact that he has power, Allah bless him with power, he also likes authority. Even G the K in now. I hope you are getting the concept. So Jama, I beg, if there is no polygyny, my mothers, my respected sisters, how are you going to cope? Now, how are we going to cope, respected sisters in Islam? Sometimes you see that a relative will die. I beg, if there is no polygyny, who will now take care of the children of that relative? You know, men may not want to marry her. Or they may marry her, they will say, don't come with your children. But if that person is your relative, you will not feel bad that you are taking care of the children of who? Your relative. You can see that there is masala for women here too. Your friend's wife, your friend died. You can marry the wife. It's masala. Even though some people will see it as something that is bad today, but it's not bad. Your brother died. Your cousin brother died. One of your relatives died. Look at, he has like plenty children. And you, Allah made it easy for you. Marry the wife so that the children will be under you. Will take care of them. It's masala. It's not what the Sharia looked at. And he said polygyny must be there. Jama, are we getting the concept? Now, your Muslim sister in the society suffering. Your Muslim sister in the society what? Suffering. Some of us who have been with us for a long time, we know of what happened to one of our sisters who got married to a non-Muslim. A Muslim sister who got married to a non-Muslim. After she gave birth to 2 children, what happened? The man began to frustrate her. I mean, that time if I have money, if I fulfill the condition, Alpha, what am I supposed to do? Now, to leave that my sister suffering, the sister will come to my house and be crying. I mean, if I have the means that time, what am I supposed to do? What was obligatory upon me that time to do? It's to carry her to relieve her of that work. Allah understand. I hope we are following. Now, the Sharia also looked at emergency. Emergency. What's emergency? It could be that your husband's work is in Kaduna, so he's always in Kaduna. I bet if there's no polygyny, how far? You follow, and your children are in Abu base. It's not, his job is in Kaduna and Lokoja, but he stays in Kaduna more. If there is no polygyny, how far? Now? So what about anytime he's coming to Lokoja to stay? I hope you are getting it. Another wisdom why the Sharia legislated polygyny is the fact that men are liable to death easily. All these bandits, when they come, who did they clear? Is it not men they clear? So if there is no polygyny, who will not marry the other women? Our widows, who will marry them? Women are more than men. If there is no polygyny, I beg the remaining women, who will carry them as well? Okay, we should leave that to the community now. Are we getting the concept? So when you are getting, if you want to take second wife, be looking at some of these things. Not only widows. Look at Muslim. You are a student of knowledge now. You want to carry second wife. Look for a wife that will help you to do research. A wife that you can tell that I bet open that book, mark so and so place for me. It's part of what you should consider. Not because Adia is Alaji Gimba has married second wife. You say, if Alaji Gimba can marry second wife, me too, I will marry second wife. I hope you are getting it. You don't have any reason. No any wisdom. What's your objective of marrying second wife? Nothing. Wallahi, some people, the reason why they marry second wife is because halal just entered. You know, there are some dangerous halal you see, you'll be carried away. He said, Kai, is it me that has this money? One of my friends was telling me, he said, Malam, wallahi, 6 months ago, I was thinking that I would marry second wife. Anna manna. But when I began to spend that money gradually, I said, Kai, I'm not actually right for second wife. Are we getting the concept? So don't be carried away by that impromptu alert. You just sit down like this, somebody just gave you 10 million and say to okay, the next thing, man carry one woman and put for house. You never see anything. I hope you are getting it. There should be aim and objectives. There should be what? Aim and what? Objectives. Expected ones. These are some of the wisdom that the Sharia looked into for legislating what? For legislating marriage. So now, Jama, is marriage now polygyny? Is polygyny, harm to women? Looking at all of this wisdom mentioned, is it harm to women? La, it's never a harm. Rather, it's beneficial to women. Jama, are we getting it? So if we have understood this, what are the conditions that I must fulfill before I engage in polygyny? What are the conditions? Because I'm Ustaz, I know how to recite Quran, I know how to wake up at night. Can I engage in polygyny? No. I have good relationship with Allah, but then you have dua. I cannot do dua to engage in polygyny. La. The scholar said there are conditions that you must fulfill. The first condition is justice. The first condition is what? Justice. You must be certain that you can be just among them in terms of what? Shelter. In terms of what? Feeding. In terms of what? Clothing. I hope you are getting it. You must be certain that you can be just. Because Allah says, وَإِنْ كِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا. He then said what? فَوَاحِدًا. If you know that you cannot be just in these four things, Allah said that remain with how many wives? Remain with one. Are we getting the concept? What's the first condition? Justice. What's the meaning of justice? Iniquity. Is it iniquity or equity? Good. Because some people think that justice is what? Is equality. No, it's not equality. And that's why there's a poem I'm writing now, advising men that make sure that you marry 4 wives, but marry from every angle. Marry short women, marry tall women, marry slim women, marry fat women. Hey, it's part of it. And touch each tribe. I hope you are getting it. Touch each tribe. It's very important. You know that men would, I'm telling you, respected brothers, don't remain with one wife. If you remain with one wife, you are in trouble. Wallahi is a lie. I hope you are getting the concept. That one that is tall. You know, if you are giving her, I know some of our women, they don't like this. That one that is tall. You know, if you are giving her 10 yards, this one that is short, how many yards will you give her? I don't know if you are getting the concept. So that's our advisement, that when you want to marry, make sure that you pick from every fruit. What I mean by every fruit, we understand what I'm saying. And don't pick from one tribe alone. Diversify. I hope you are getting it. It's very important so that you have ummah. From everywhere you have gotten what? Ummah. Wallahi, the Prophet will be proud of you on the day of Qiyamah. That's what the Prophet said. The Prophet said, تَزَوَّجُوا الْوَدُودِ الْوَلُودِ فَإِنِّي مُكَافِرٌ بِكُمُ الْأُمَمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. He said, marry those women that are fertile, those women that know how to love, those women that know how to play love back, those women that are fertile. He said, I'm going to be proud of your numbers on the day of Qiyamah. On this point, on this note, I want to draw an attention. There's a popular statement. There's a circulating statement among people today that the Prophet will not be proud of what? Arrogant children or thugs. It's a lie. As long as they are Muslims, the Prophet will be proud of them. As long as they are what? They are Muslims and they will enter Jannah, the Prophet will be what? Proud of them. Their thuggery, their evil act, Allah may punish them on it if they did not repent. Jamal, do we understand? So, it's iniquity that matters, not what? Equality. And that's why I said, equity, not iniquity. Some people say equity, but grammarian said it's equity. Whichever one you choose, the frog will jump. Are we getting the concept? Al-Muhim, you must be just. This one that has 3 children, if you are giving her 4 cups of rice, this one that does not have child, you give her how many? This one that has 8 children, if you are giving her 2-bedroom flat, this one that does not have child, you give her what? It's not a right for her to, it's not a right that, it's not a right so that you can say, and this one is in 2-bedroom flat, me too, I must be in what? That's not it. That's justice. Cool? Then number 2 is al-qudra. You must have the ability. Are we getting the concept? The what? Ability. And what they mean by ability, some people don't understand. It's not that you must gather money. It's not that you must gather what? Look at yourself. Can you feed 2 wives? You know you have a child now, and you are paying like 250,000 every year as rent. School fees every year you are paying like 300,000. So look at this thing very well. You are not talking about food and others. So look at it. Can you bring another woman? If you weigh it and you see that you can bring another woman, go and marry. Allah said, وَلْيَسْتَعْفِفِ الَّذِينَ لَا يَجِدُونَ نِكَاحًا حَتَّى يُغْنِيَهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Let those who do not have the means to marry stay away from marital relationship until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will enrich them. So there must be qudra. You must have the ability. You must not be somebody that is suffering. Wallahi, to even pay NEPA bill that is 10,000 is a problem. And you say that there is a hadith that the Prophet said, if you marry one wife, go, no, go, carry another one. If go, no, go, carry another one. If go, no, go, carry another one. You go know how far on the day of Qiyamah. Jama'ah, do you understand? You know what? How far on the day of what? Qiyamah. So Jama'ah, what is against a man in polygyny? What is against a man? I want to engage in polygyny. What are the things that I must not actually venture into? Number 1 is that you cannot marry 2 sisters at a time. You cannot marry what? 2 sisters at a time. Whether they are blood sisters, the same father, the same mother, whether they are the same mother, whether they are the same father, or they are foster sisters, meaning they were suckled by what? One mother. You cannot marry them at the same time. So you cannot keep 2 sisters in your house. It's not permissible. It's haram. Because it's not a sister. We'll get there. Are we getting it? That's number 1. Then number 2. You cannot marry the 5th wife while the 4th wife is doing iddah of what? Reversible what? Divorce. You have 4 wives now, and you divorce one of the wives either once or twice or 2 times. You know it's remaining 1. So as she's in a waiting period, you cannot go and marry what? 5th wife until she finish what? Because at that time she still remain your wife. If you die, she will inherit you. If she dies also, you will inherit her. But if the divorce is the last divorce, you have divorced her the first, you have divorced her the second, this is the 3rd divorce. Even if she's doing it, that you can marry. But if it is not the 3rd divorce, and she's your 4th wife, you cannot marry another what? Another woman. While she's doing a iddah. Are we together? You cannot also combine a woman and a paternal or maternal aunt. You cannot combine a woman. You marry Ajara now, for instance. Okay, sorry. You marry what do I call her? Reina too. You marry Reina too, for instance. You cannot marry a father's sister. You cannot also marry a mother's what? Sister. Why Reina too is still in your what? It's in your house. It's haram. Jama'ah, we getting it? And again, you cannot marry more than 4 wives. You can't marry more than what? Now? You can't exceed 4 wives as a man. It's not permissible for you. In polygyny also, you must share the same, what's called day amongst your what? Amongst your wives. If you are spending 2 days here, you also spend what? 2 days. I hope you are getting it. But what is the day? Which one is the day? If you are not a security person, If you are not a security man, the period is night. The day you have it to your what? To yourself. But you consider maslaha. That's what you call what? Maslaha. If you have the day to yourself, is that taken? And for instance, your wives are living in the same place. You don't say, hence I have the day to myself, I will confine to what? One wife. No, if you do that, it's bad. You are going to cause problems. Even though you have it to yourself, but that will lead to what? It will lead to problem. So anything that will lead to problem, you must try within your capability to do what? To avoid it. Are we getting the concept? Do we understand it? JD. And also, what are those things that are permissible for a man that is into polygyny? Now, what are those things that are permissible for a man that is into polygyny? Because of time, we are trying to summarize. Number one, it's permissible for that man to enter the rooms of his wives in a day. For the fact that he's in this woman's room today does not prevent him from entering the other woman's room. I hope you are getting the concept. But Al-Imam Ibn Qayyim alayhi rahmatullah in Zad al-Ma'ad, he said that the only thing that he will not do is that he will not copulate with her. But he can touch her, he can kiss her, he can do any other thing with her, but else it's not a day, he cannot copulate with her. Okay, some of the scholars say he can copulate with her. I hope you are getting it. They say he can copulate with her because there's a hadith that the Prophet used to copulate with all his wives one night. And that this is authentic. The Prophet had 9 wives. He will copulate with them, all of them, one night. He will now use one janaba bath. I hope you are getting it. But today, how far? If it is not your day and you enter the other woman's room, they say you have committed zina. How will you commit zina when the woman is your wife? Jama, we get in the concept. So it's permissible for him to do that. It's permissible for a man to marry 2 cousins. Are we together? 2 what? Cousins from separate what? He married Hajara, for instance. He can get married to Hajara's what? Cousin sister from the mother side. He can also get married to Hajara's cousin sister from where? With Hajara together. Jama, are we getting it? Now? It is also permissible for the man to love one wife or more than who? The other. But he should not abandon who? The other one. Because love, you cannot control it. Do you understand? It is obvious that the Prophet loved who? Aisha more than what? Other wives. Are we together? And even this is known to everybody that the Prophet loved Aisha more than other wives. Because they can't control it. It's love. But you must make sure that you will not go beyond the what? The boundary. It's also permissible for a man that is into polygyny to copulate with one wife more than the other. If he enters this woman's room, he can copulate with her 3 times. And the other one, he can copulate with her 1 time. No problem. Are we together? He can plait this Zainab's hair. And he will not plait what? Memuna's hair. No problem. All of these are depending on how Zainab and Memuna are behaving what? And they are not primary rights. Are we getting the concept? They are not what? Primary what? Primary rights. It is also permissible for a man to actually to give preference in terms of mar and walima. This is what many women don't know today. Are we getting the concept? Some women will say, that time when you marry me, now 150,000, now you give me. And today that you are marrying this girl, the sadaki is what? 500,000. They'll say, so if you don't give me 500,000, you will not actually go free. Are we getting the concept? No, it's not like that. This was practicalized by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet married Habiba with 4,000 dirham. And he married Sophia by emancipating her. You know the amount of emancipating is more than 4,000 dirham. As a mahar. Do you understand? So the mahar of this wife may be more than what? Another wife, the other wife, no problem. Alaji, you want to marry a Hafizah that know how to recite Quran very well. Alaji, this woman she knows the deen to the core. If you double a mahar, there is no problem. Are we getting the concept? There is no what? There's no qualms. And also walima, the way you do reception may be different. During this one, you may slaughter ram. I hope that during this one, you may slaughter ram. Do you understand? During Khadija, you may slaughter ram. But the time of Aisha, you can decide to slaughter cow. I hope you are getting the concept. Wallah, it is not around. The Prophet Muhammad practicalized this and has actually reported that the way the Prophet did the walima of Zainab bint Jahsh, he did not do the walima of any of his wives like that. So you can give preference in terms of what? In terms of what? Walima. It's very important we understand this. Jama'ah, we getting the concept. If a man wants to travel and he has two wives, a man wants to travel and he has what? Two wives. What is he supposed to do? So that he must travel with one of them. What is he going to do? He's going to do balloting. You understand? He will write, go, I will go with you. And the other one, he will not write anything. So anyone that fall on, I will go with you, she's the one that what? He will go with. I hope you are getting it. Jama'ah, are we getting the concept? So now, if the man returns back, the day he went to the journey, he was supposed to be in Ajara's room. But the ballot did not fall on Ajara, it fell on what's called Reina. If he comes back from the journey, which room is he going to be? Now? Do you understand? So the scholar said once he travel, that division has stopped. When he comes back, he's going to start another one, division again. But the scholars of Sikh, the Fuqaha, the jurists, they say to start from who? At their last room. Because of what? Masala. So that there will be no what? There will be no problem. No, the one he did not go with. The one that is at home. The one that is supposed to enter her room. Jama'ah, we getting the concept. The scholar said if you travel with a woman without balloting, with one of the wives without balloting, so any day you spend with her here, if you come back, all the wives, you will spend the same day with them. I hope you are getting it. If, for instance, you have 3 wives or 2 wives, and you want to travel, you are supposed to travel with one of them, and the Sharia injunction is that you should do balloting, but you refuse to do balloting. You say because this one is the one that has fresh blood, you travel with her. You spend 10 days. If you come back, you abandon her for 10 days. You spend 10 days in this room. You go to another room again and spend what? 10 days before you now come back again and start sharing the normal days. That's all it's a lot, guys. Are you the one doing the balloting? They are the one doing it themselves. But there are instances that you don't need balloting. You are going to Medina, and one of your wives is sick. And yet there is a doctor that can treat her. Are you going to do balloting? No. Who are you going with? The one that is sick. Jama'ah, we getting the message. So it's very important we understand what? We understand this. In polygyny also, if you marry young lady, you have to stay how many days with her before you now start sharing what? I hope you are getting it. If it is a woman that is married before, you stay how many days? 3 days with her. Are we getting it? So yeah, there's something I want us to understand. After that 7 days, that's when you are going to now divide the what? The room. I hope you are getting it. And you can still decide to stay with that one that you have stayed with 7 days. But for the sake of maslaha, we will say you should start with what? With the first wife. Are we getting the concept? That's number one. Then number two, if you marry a woman that is already married before, you have to say how many days with her. But you can give her option. Just like the Prophet ﷺ did to Salama. The way as it came in Sahih Muslim. You can give her option. You tell her that, my wife, if you want me to stay 7 days with you, no problem. But if I spend 7 days with you, I will spend 7 days with other wives before we now start sharing the days. Are we getting the concept? You marry a woman that is already married before, and she pleaded that Allah stay with me for 7 days. You say no problem. If you have 2 wives, after you finish that 7 days, you go to the second wife, spend how many days? Then you now start sharing the days equally. Are we together? So these are some of the things that we need to actually we need to know. It is also haram that you copulate with 2 women at a time. It's haram that you copulate with 2 women at at a time. It's not permissible. Why both of them are on the same bed, they are looking at you. It's not permissible that you copulate with them at a time. It's haram. Jamlaa, are we together? Wallahi, the way I schedule this particular discussion, I'm not taking it like that because there are a lot of things. Even women to women relationship, we will not be able to talk about it because of time. Jamlaa, are we getting it? Can I pay my co-wife to have my husband for a day? It's a masala. Now, can I do that? Now, can I pay my co-wife to have my husband, to have our husband for a day? It's a day now. It's a day. Is it permissible? Now? Al-Uthaymin said yes, it's permissible. But the one that is not permissible is that you cannot pay the husband for the day of what? Of the co-wife. You cannot pay the husband that instead of you to be in our room today, come and be in my room. It's haram. Are we getting the concept? Now, may Allah Ta'ala continue to guide us. It is permissible for a woman to sacrifice her days for her co-wife. As Sauda actually did, you can say you can be with, give my day to so and so wife. No problem, it's permissible. Jamlaa, are we together? So there's no doubt that this topic must be in series. This particular period is not sufficient for us to discuss this topic at all. Even though we try to summarize, yes, there are many things we did not talk about. Somebody said this is just 12. The scholar said, in instances like this, if you keep people much, they will be bored. Yes. And once they are bored, it will not penetrate. If we are going to stop that 1 o'clock, there will be no time for question and answer. Are we getting the concept? It's permissible for a woman to say that this my day, I've given it to so and so person, no problem. So now, is it permissible for her to revoke it? Is it permissible for her to revoke it? Now, the scholar said yes, it's permissible for her to revoke it. Yes. No. After she has said that my husband, abeg, my 2 days, had it to that of Maimuna, he can say, abeg, my husband, I can no longer continue like that again. No, the collection of money here is not permanent. It's just for the week. Yes. I hope you are getting it. May Allah continue to guide us. So, respected ones, let us look at general advice to the couples. I want to start with that woman that is at home. That woman that is at home that this second woman is coming to meet. I want you to know that you are doing a great jihad. I hope you are getting it. I want you to know that your reward cannot be quantified. إنما يوفى الصابرون أجرهم بغير حساب. Allah says the reward of those that are patient cannot be quantified. So that woman at home, please be patient. It's not easy at all. The scholar said if you are marrying another woman, it's as if you are offending the one at home. And that's why when you are about to marry another woman, they pampering the one at home. In fact, the scholar said there's no problem if you give her gift. Are we getting the concept? There's a man who is supposed to be here, Selking Power of Lokoja. I want to believe he would have been trying my number. Do we understand? There's something I learned from him when he wanted to marry second wife. Because you must make peace with who? With your first wife. He said he sat with her and he said that they were just joking me. He said that let's assume that the wife is a woman, is a man. If you want to marry second wife, how will she tell the husband? I mean, how will she tell the wife? You know, the wife never expected that you will carry second wife. The wife now analyze everything. How she will do it? So Jamlaa, it was the next day that he now used the same method to talk to the wife that I beg, I won't carry second wife. I hope you understand. And unless the wife does not have any option, I didn't be here. I wanted him to be here so that I will repeat this. The wife does not have any option than to what? To accept it. So make peace with that woman at home. I'm talking to your husband, Kena. Because that one that is coming, wallahi ta'ala, you don't know her yet. You will not know a woman until you sit with them. I hope you are getting the concept. You will not know a woman until what? You sit with her. On this note, I want the men to understand that the great load is in their hands. Respected brothers in Islam, this woman that you are carrying from her house, whether as a first wife or second wife, I want to ask her a question. Does she have father? She has father. What about mother? What about sister? What about brother? So if you cannot fulfill the right Allah placed on you towards her, at least be a father, a mother, a brother, and a sister that she abandoned for your sake. Jamlaa, are we getting it? If you cannot fulfill the right of Allah that Allah placed upon you towards her, I beg, know that she has abandoned her mother, her father, her brother, and sister for your own sake. So be a father to her, be a mother to her, be a sister to her, be a brother to her. This is another topic of discussion. Wallahi, this is a topic of discussion that will take us more than 3 hours. How do you be a father to your wife? How do you be a mother? How do you be a sister? How do you be a brother to your wife? Because the greatest share is in the hands of who? A man. A man that is married, whether polygyny or monogyny. That man is like somebody that is driving car. If you don't hold the steering well, what will happen? The car will be shaking. So as a man, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is this thing that is common with men. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us and take that character away from us. I discussed it this morning with some sisters. Please avoid that character. There are some men, if they have issues with you, they will not talk to you again. I hope you are getting the concept. In fact, you will be frustrated. I don't know if you understand. He's the one that you ask about my husband, or what do you call him? What are we going to cook today? He will tell you that it's rice, it's beans. But because he has issues with you, anything you like, cook. Are we getting the concept? And most of the times, we don't reason with women. Most of the times, what leads to the problem is copulation issue. Wallah, I'm telling you, most of the times it's what? Copulation issue. We don't reason with women at all. And it's not supposed to be like that. The way you have body that you break down, that's how they do. They have body that they what? They'll break down. So if you have any issue, don't allow a day to pass you by without addressing that issue, except under compelling what? Maslaha. Because part of what protects marriage is at-tawassul. That is what? Communication. Sometimes a woman will do something, she does not know that that thing she did is bad. She does not know that that thing she did has offended you. She knew that that thing is bad, but she was undergoing what we call psychological torture. Because she's the one that menstruates, she's the one that observes postpartum bleeding. I hope you are getting the concept. So as a man too, you need to be patient with your what? Your wife. Jama, I want to shock you that some men are the problem between their wives. Some of us, we don't know. Wallahi, look at the figure of some men. If these women unite, they will kill me one day. If these women unite, they will do what? As a result of that, he will cause problem between them. I hope you are getting. You know, it's a system. It's a system of ruling. Wallahi, some politicians, that's what they do. And some of us actually we imbibe this particular system. That once there is problem between them, they will be hearing with their own, they will not hear with you. But wallahi, this is haram. This is haram. It should be your happiness that your wife actually what? They unite. Are we together? Are we together? And you that you are coming, please don't have that mindset that I want to pull this woman out of her house. Most of the times, women that are coming used to have this mindset because the husband has already told them about the one at home. This one at home, this is a problem. This is a problem. So as that one is coming, she will capitalize on that problem so that the one at home will be what? May Allah continue to guide us. Respected ones, this is the fourth series. Inshallah, we'll continue this lecture some other time again. Whatever I've said that is wrong, may Allah forgive me. Whatever I've said that is correct, may Allah reward all of us upon it. But Jama, I will not draw the curtain here without telling us that sharing of room is not connected to whether the woman is menstruating or not. In case a man will say to her, and she's menstruating, I will not go to her room. A day I will give it to another day. Nah, that's not, it's haram. Because the reason why you share room is not just to copulate, but it's to keep her what? Company. I hope you are getting it. So whether she's menstruating, whether she's observing postpartum bleeding, a day is a what? A day. You must make sure that what? You fulfill this right. Whatever I've said that is wrong, may Allah forgive me. Whatever I've said that is correct, may Allah reward all of us abundantly. هذا والله الموفق والهادي إلى سواء السبيل وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So we don't know if there is any question, contribution, suggestion, and correction. They are all welcome. I know there are a lot of questions that will come from our mothers. Is there any question, please? From outside, if there is any question, contribution, suggestion, correction, we can actually present. Okay, bring it inside. Now. Good. Now, look at a very important question. Is it advisable that if you want to marry second wife, you tell the second wife the problem that the wife at home has? It's not advisable at all. I hope you are getting it. It's not advisable at all. In fact, you have succeeded in ruining your marriage. Do you understand the concept? It's possible that second wife too has the same problem, but because you have already told her that this is the problem why I'm coming to marry you, she will hide it. I hope you are getting it. She will hide it. When she now comes back home, she will now start showing you the same thing. Are we getting the concept? Jama, I know of somebody who married 2 wives. I know of somebody who married how many wives? 2 wives. He said the wife at home is giving him problems. He told the wife that is coming that these are the problems that the wife is giving me. That one at home said, Inshallah, I will be a refrigerator to you. That one outside, she has not come in. And the man, when she came in, Alaji, she began to deal with this man. Wallahi, you know what the man told me? He said, Mala, I'm looking for a woman that is up to 50 years to marry. So that anytime these women are disturbing me, I'll just go to a place to relax my head. You can see that this one does not have what? Markaz. He does not have any goal. He just venture into what? Marriage, because this one is giving him what? It's wrong. So you don't say the problem the one at home is having to the other one that is what? That is about to come. It's not proper. Now there's a question here. Abu Yakuleva. There's a question here. Now,
what is he's telling her something to avoid with her that will benefit to both of them so that it will not be one?
No problem, but you should not call the name. Maybe you have a wife called what? Aisha. Don't say to Reina, Aisha, wallahi, this is a problem. In fact, it is because of this problem of Aisha that I'm marrying you. Don't say that. But you can advise that don't do so and so thing. Don't do so and so thing. I hope you understand. Now there is a question here that says, I have a friend that their mother had 3 daughters with a man before marriage. Their mother had what? 3 daughters with a man before marriage. Later she got married to another man and left the girls with their biological father. That there's a masala I did not discuss. You know, I told you that this, because of time, we're just in hurry. Are we together? Your wife's mother, your wife's stepmother, you can marry your wife and her stepmother. Are we together, please? Your wife, the father has 2 wives. He divorced the second wife, and her mother is the first wife. You can go carry the second wife and marry with your wife together. There's no problem. The wife of your sons, the wife of the wife. I mean, your wife's son. I mean, your wife's son's wife. Your wife's son's wife. You can marry her together with your wife. Are we together? All of these things, they are permissible. Ibn Hazm, as it came in Al-Mahalla, and also Al-Imam Al-Nawawi, they all actually mention that it's permissible. There's nothing stopping you from marrying them. Are we together? So this question says, she left the girl with their biological father that she's not married to. Their father did not sponsor or support their education. The girls struggled on their own, hustled, and paid their own school fees. The first daughter is in her final year. The second is also in university, but has now given birth outside marriage. And the third is in 200 level. Whenever a man comes to marry the first or the third daughter, and later finds out about their family background, the guys will just disappear and never come back. Their father has a habit of getting women pregnant and abandoning them. Ustaz, could their parent past be affecting the daughter's chances of marriage, or is it simply Allah's decree? Do we understand? Your misdeeds can affect your children. Al-Imam Al-Baji in Sharh Muwatta, He said that verse that Allah said, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ مَاذَا? A person will not bear the burden of another person on the day of Qiyamah. On the day of Qiyamah, I will not bear the sin, I will not bear the punishment of the sin that you committed. But in this dunya, I can bear the heat of the sin that you have committed. And that's why the scholars will advise that even if it is not for the sake of Allah, for the sake of your children, avoid sin. May Allah continue to guide us. So this girl should pray to Allah and make sure that she's pious. If Allah sees that she's pious, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give her a good husband. There's a question here, is the first wife permission required before marrying another wife? It's not required. But if you want to live a peaceful life, respected one, if you want peace in your house, wallahi tell her. Allah, if you did not tell her, that's the beginning of your problem. I hope you are getting it. That's the beginning of your problem. Tell her. Even though the Sharia did not give her that right, that she must know. That she must give you permission, but tell her for the sake of what? Maslaha. Can one wife receive a gift more than the other from the husband? Thank you. It's part of what I was supposed to mention. Yes. One wife can receive a gift more than who? The rest. The companions used to monitor Aisha's room. Anytime the prophet is in Aisha's room, that's when they bring gifts to the prophet. I hope they are getting it. And the prophet will not circulate the word. He will not circulate the gift. He will leave it for Aisha alone. How can jealousy between co-wives be managed according to Islam? Look at the lives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jama, have you seen the jealousness between Aisha and Hafsa? La ilaha illallah. There was a time Hafsa even prepared food to go and give to the Prophet. Aisha told her maid that no allow that before that food reach the Prophet, pour away. And that's what she did. Do you understand? But the Prophet did not say, Aisha, you like trouble. You know, if it is your men, problem not start. The Prophet didn't get angry. When Aisha brought his own, he gave her own. He gave Aisha own to who? To Hafsa. And that was how he settled the case. Do we understand? Jealousy is good. It's good that a woman should be jealous. If your wife is not jealous of you, or your husband is not jealous of you, there's no love. But again, you should not go beyond what? The limit, so that you now enter brokency because you want to get this man to yourself, or because you don't want this woman to continue with this man. It's not good. For him, so be jealous, but don't allow it to override you. Is polygyny a tool to punish women in Islam? Can it be right for a man to want to practice it to make the life of the wife miserable? That's what I just said. That's the beginning of this problem. Do you understand? If you want to punish your wife because of polygyny, you know you didn't go into it with good intention. Allah will leave you to yourself. And if Allah leave you to yourself, you know that you have gotten a responsibility that you can never carry. Do we understand? It's not permissible that a person marries because he wants to punish you, his wife. Allah says, if you don't want them, leave them now, let them go so that they'll marry another person. Now, if he can what? Insist that his first wife should not do anything for a living, can he now marry a working class or a businesswoman as a second wife? Would this be just? Come on, do you understand this question? Now, he said the first wife should not work. And now he's marrying a second wife that is what? Alpha. Alpha. It's permissible for him to do that. Yes. But because of what? Maslaha. For the sake of peace. If you allow this one to work, then you should allow the other one to work. In Islam, can a man who cannot pay house rent, children's school fee, or even provide food for his family, allowed to practice polygyny? That means he has not fulfilled the second one. Condition. What's the second condition? Ability. So this man does not have what? What should he do? He should manage the first wife with what? With fasting. Let him manage the first wife before. I'm sorry, there is something I did not mention about ability. There is something I did not mention about what? Ability. You know, part of ability is to be able to satisfy your what? Your wife. But if the one at home you are not satisfied, you cannot satisfy her. You don't want to carry another word. Is it permissible? Wallah, should I tell you a secret? Sometimes the problem between husband and wife is the issue of satisfaction. Am I correct? A woman was giving my number from Jos. She has spent 10 years with her husband and she said, "Man, I want to divorce my husband." Do we understand? And I told her that divorce requires 10 years preparation. 10 years preparation. But before that preparation, why do you want to divorce your husband? She now began to analyze that the issue is the issue of what? Satisfaction. So when they say satisfaction, when they say ability, it's not only you have money, you must be able, you must be strong. Do we understand? Because women, they love men that are what? That are strong. Have you not seen what those two ladies? One of those two ladies said to Nabi Allah Musa, "Ya abati istajirhu, inna khayra man istajarta mada al-qawi al-mada al-aziz." So a man must also have that word, that power of satisfaction. So this man, it's not right for marriage. It's not right for what? Polygyny at all. If you do that on the day of Qiyamah, he's going to suffer himself, because anybody who marry one wife or two wives and he cannot provide for them, or he inclined to one leaving the other, he's going to come with one side what? As a first or second wife, if my husband chooses to always be with me and ignore my co-wife, what should I do to prevent injustice? Tell him. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, "Help your brother that is oppressing and that is being oppressed." How do you help your brother that is oppressing? Hold his hand so that you will not oppress again. So your husband too, tell him to fear Allah. Do you understand? Tell him to do what? Fear Allah. Tell him the repercussion of what he's doing. Don't allow him to continue like that. You are not driving him, but you are talking to him with wisdom in a polite manner. You are preaching to him that this thing is not Islamic. And if we want barakah in this marriage, we must follow what? Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala.
If he's sick, can I close my door?
You can't close your door. You report him to a scholar to talk to him. As a woman, do you have the right? Do I have the right to my own accommodation? Meaning, can I choose not to stay in the same house with my in-laws or my co-wife? Yes. Before you stay with your co-wife, the scholars, the fuqaha, they say it's not permissible that you marry wife and put them in the same house. What I mean by the same house, the same room. I mean, you understand? Not the same compound, the same room. Like you have 3-bedroom flats, and you say one will be in one flat, the other will be. They say it's not permissible, except if there is agreement between the wives. If they agree, no problem. But if they did not agree, it's not permissible. You have to get a separate apartment for them. So Jama'ah, before you get married to second wife, you need to tighten your best. Assalamu alaikum. Is it permissible for a man to report one of his wives to the other and she tells him how to judge, deal with the wife? Jazakallahu khaira. How do you answer this question, Abeg? Now, you marry 2 wives. And Ajara offended Ajara offended you. Can you report Ajara to Reina? So that Reina will tell you how to deal with Ajara. We'll say for Muslim's sake, don't do that. Don't do that. Look for another person. In a situation where the first wife struggles to buy something, like phone, by herself, and the husband buys it for the second wife, let her not feel bad. Is it permissible Islamically? No. It's not permissible. It's not permissible. Do we understand? If you want to buy phone for them, both of them, they don't have phone. You buy phone for both of them. For example, if you did not buy phone for both of them, it's not going to live a happy house. Only this phone issue can bring problems. Don't say more, and it has to be of the same quality. Android, 10,000, 10,000, 30,000, 30,000. I hope you understand. I think you see, this is the last question. Any other question? It's not compulsory, but it will go a long way. What I want to tell you is that the person you are marrying second wife to, you are offending that person. Oh? That's how we see it. That's how people see it, even though it's not an offense. So how do? You pamper her? Is that the case? There's one of our teachers. May Allah SWT continue to preserve him upon righteousness. When he wanted to marry second wife, he kept his first wife in the parlor and he washed her from the beginning to the end. What I mean by wash her, he praised her seriously in a poem. While he was praising her, she was even dancing. You know, it's permissible for a woman to dance for her husband. It's permissible. She was dancing. I hope you are getting it. When that Amala finished, the wife now said to her, you can bring her in. Because he knew where that praise was actually heading to. Because part of the qualities he mentioned is the fact that this woman can accommodate her word, her sister. I hope you are getting the concept. So if you want to marry second wife, use what? Peaceful and wisdom. Peaceful approach and what? And wisdom. It's not easy, wallah. It's not easy. But how will you do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not legislate what is bad. Whatever Allah legislates, wallah, is good. Both for the men and who? And the women. Allah knows you better than you know yourself. And that's why Allah said men should marry more than what? One wife. Allah knows us that women cannot marry more than what? One husband. I hope you understand. At a time. Until after what? After divorce. I think there's no other question again. Wa alaikum salam.
In a situation whereby maybe the first wife is trying to make peace with the rest of the wife, and the rest of the wife are still holding as if the first wife is nothing to them, what will that first wife now do?
The first wife should keep on trying. She's not doing it for their sake, she's doing it for the sake of who? Allah. That's what Allah wants her to do. As Muslims, we should live as one. As one. Well, like part of the discussion of this, part of our discussion is a hadith that the Prophet said, "La yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu." Allah, it is my intention to explain this hadith. And only this hadith will take us no less than 30 minutes to explain. It has connection to marriage, polygyny too. This hadith, "La yu'minu ahadukum." So try by all means to make sure that what? You make peace. Even if they are not making peace. The Prophet said, Allah will always connect with people that are disconnecting. People are trying to disconnect from you, and you are trying to connect with them. Allah will always connect with people who are connecting with people that are disconnecting from them. So as they are trying to disconnect from you, try to connect with them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for that. Hey, now. Is it? As Muslims, we should live peacefully. Is that taken? Whatever they must have done.
With them, I don't have issues, but they don't want that.
They are your trial. Make sure that you live with them peacefully. Allah said, وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضِ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ. Yes, I know. Allah said, I've made some of you trials to the other. Will you be patient? You are not fighting with them, but can your children visit their children? So where would there be that good relationship between two brothers? I don't know if you understand. If you are not visiting each other, you are not relating well, the children too will not relate well. And where is that brotherhood? You are helping your children not to establish brotherhood which Allah SWT has made obligatory. You are helping your children to severe family ties. For the sake of your children, for the sake of Masra, even if they are disconnecting, be connecting with them. So that the children too will not be what? Affected. Now. Now.
To my own question now. Is it permissible for a man to marry wife Okay, how do I find keep the woman outside, even say rent house or build
Rent house outside where?
or build a house
Now.
for the woman?
I understand.
Distance from where you are.
Now, the way he is it with another wife?
Yes.
Of course, that's how it's supposed to be. Do you understand? You marry one wife now, you have a house here in Old Poly quarters, and you build another house in phase 2 and put the other wife there. That's it's more better for you. No, not perfect, but it's more better for you. For peace to what? To rest. It's more better. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam. Now, any other question? Now?
Before you bring the second wife or the third wife, the wife will just go outside and already see that they are outside you. And when they don't come back, they get to the house. They are not even ready to even see you. And they are trying to keep that peace. In fact, when you see on the road, they started acting. How will you still continue to keep that peace?
You are not doing it for their sake, you are doing it for the sake of Allah. Be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. May Allah continue to guide us. I think we can stop here now. May Allah bless us. Finally, our sisters that are just coming up, don't deprive yourself of marriage because you are being taken as well. Second wife. Some of our ladies see it as a taboo. Then you make some of our ladies, they see it as a taboo. It's not a taboo. Second is we that call it second wife. Wife is what? Wife is what? So whether you are going as second or third, you are still what? I want to tell you that wallahi, as a woman, your respect and honor lies in where? Lies in where? Wallahi, your husband. I'm telling you. You see that this woman is up to 50 years. But because she does not have husband and she does not maintain herself, you know there are some women like that. They don't have husband, but they will show the whole world that they don't have husband. Wallahi, even a child that they can give birth to can come and approach them. I hope you are getting the concept. May Allah continue to guide us. May Allah bless our families. May Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala protect our children. Wherever we have erred, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me. Whatever I said that is correct, may Allah reward all of us abundantly. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما يحول بيننا وبين معصيتك من طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك من اليقين ما تعون به علينا مصيبات الدنيا متعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثارنا على من ظلمنا انصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا ولا يرحمنا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته آمين